We're here in Chicago, and one of the things that we wanted to do is talk to people on the street and just try to get an understanding from them as to who they vote for. And it's just like a quick 1 second street poll that we wanted to do and understand uh, from here in Chicago that who are the people thinking they're going to vote for. I know this is Chicago. This is a very deep blue state. This is the Democratic National Convention at its peak. So the answers that we may get would be a little skewed. The data would be skewed, but still, we just wanted to do this to understand, if the wave is real, and B, if there are people, who are supporting Trump. Just want to pick their brain and try to understand, what's their rationale behind picking one candidate versus the other. So here we go. Hi, sir. So who are you supporting in this election?
Well, I'll be supporting Harris. That's for me. That's clear. I wish her all the best.
Kamala Harris.
Thank you, sir. What about you?
Kamala Harris.
Thank you.
Do you want to know why?
Are you sure? Yeah. Why are you supporting her?
Because I want to be able to vote in another election after this one.
Oh wow. Okay. And sir, you? Why are you supporting Kamala?
Yeah, we don't. I'm fighting for democracy, right?
Okay.
Not a dictator to come in to the
I mean-
United States.
Are you worried about Project 2025?
Oh, of course. I mean, all the stuff that you hear about it, I haven't read it, but all the stuff that you hear, it's frightening. That somebody could come in and do what that says he wants to do.
Sir, I see you have a Make America Great Again hat. So no guesses who you're supporting this election, but I'll still ask, who are you supporting this election?
Definitely Donald Trump.
100%.
100% Donald Trump.
And why are you supporting Donald Trump?
Honestly, this last 4 years, this country's gone completely to garbage. We need to get it back on track. We need safety, security. We need to have the country unified. And honestly, it's just the fake news media that's making everyone see a divide between Trump and the left. Really, he's down the middle, I think.
Okay.
So I
Fair
think we
enough.
need him, and we're gonna make this country great again.
Thank you. Ma'am, who are you supporting? And I see a very interesting hat on you as well. Who are you supporting?
I think it's a little obvious as well. I'm also voting for Donald Trump. And for me, the main concern is I've got a little girl. I want to make sure that my daughter grows up in a safe country, a free country, one where the government's not meddling in her life. So that's why I'm voting for Donald Trump. I think he's very anti-establishment, wants people to have their freedoms, have their rights, and not meddle in their personal lives. So that's why I'm voting for him.
Who are you supporting this election and why?
None.
None?
Yeah,
Why not?
I think I think politics really matters to really poor people or really affluent people. Someone in the middle couldn't really care less. I think it's more about just do your stuff and that's it. That's kind of it.
So you're not going to vote?
No, I'm just gonna focus on what I should be doing in my life rather than any of the other things.
Not really surprised that we've met a lot of Democrats. We're trying to find some other people, who could possibly be voting for Donald Trump. And we'll probably see. Ma'am, do you have a moment? Can I ask you a simple question? It's just one question. Who are you supporting this election? You're supporting
It's Kamala Harris
Kamala Harris, and why?
because she's fantastic.
Okay, thank you. So as I was saying, we're meeting a lot of people. Again, Chicago being a very democratic city, it's a democratic state. So not really surprised here that a lot of people here are actually saying that they're going to vote for Kamala Harris. But then we actually found an independent voter, and we also saw or met two Republicans, and we asked them why they are supporting the candidate Donald Trump, and they had different reasons for that. So we'll keep talking to people here on the street, trying to understand from them, who are they supporting in this election. Obviously, a very, very, very important election for a lot of Americans, and there's a lot of interest in this election. So I think that's very important. Sir, ma'am, can I ask you one question? Who are you supporting this election? Who are you supporting in this election?
Obviously.
Any name?
Kamala.
Kamala. Sorry, what about you?
I do not support either.
You don't support either.
Either.
So are you going to vote?
I'm going to vote. Illinois, I burn my vote, doesn't matter what, but neither of them is good candidate.
So, but if you were to vote, who will you vote for?
I will vote, but for neither of them. I will select someone else
Oh,
from
you
the
will do a
ballot.
write-in. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. So, I mean, as we were speaking, in a different context, a different conversation a little while ago, that there are some people on the street that we've met are not happy with either candidates, and they're wanting to they prefer to have a different choice, but some of them probably are not gonna vote, and that's gonna skew the results when they come in. Ma'am, I have a quick question for you. Who are you supporting in this election?
I can't say.
I mean,
Off camera, I'll tell you.
well, this is going to air in India. It's not going to air here in the United States, so nobody would know in the US.
Off camera, I'll tell you. I can't
Okay.
say.
Who are you supporting this election?
I can't say. Thank you.
You're not on this now anymore. You're not on camera anymore.
Yeah, I am.
You're not.
I can't say. But
Okay, no worries. Thank you, ma'am. But off camera, if I were to ask. So that was a very interesting thing that just happened. One of the persons that we were trying to talk to did not want to answer the question, and as soon as we took the camera off, she said she would vote for Trump. So the fear of retribution is actually very real here, where people think that if they say things like that on camera supporting one candidate, they'll probably be judged. So I have a quick question for you. Who are you supporting in this election? Ma'am, can I have one quick question? Who are you supporting this election? So some people obviously not wanting to talk, obviously, for the same reason we just saw. We'll try to ask them. Can I have a quick question? Who are you supporting this election? Who are you supporting in this election?
I'm not going to tell about it.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So, I mean, as you see, a lot of people not really willing to talk about it. I think it all depends on, a lot actually depends on how things happen, or like some of these voters and what they decide between now and November 5th. But even, I'm surprised even for Chicago that I'm meeting people, and we are like literally streets away from the Democratic National Convention. I actually am surprised to see a lot of Trump supporters, and this is what I think the polls have been, and I think I could probably say this now, really close, very, very close election. We'll try to walk over to the other street to see if we could find some more people. Remember, most of the streets are blocked off. A lot of people are working from home. That's why you don't see a lot of people on the street. So the people that you're meeting on streets are mostly the DNC, Democratic supporters, staffers, volunteers, delegates, and all of them are inside the convention room right now. So we'll try to see if we could talk to a few more people to make some kind of assessment and see if we can actually, figure out. Ma'am, I have a quick question for you. Who are you supporting this election?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I can take the camera off. We're just doing like a
I really don't know.
You don't know? Are you debating who you want to vote still?
I mean, I know I don't want to vote for Trump.
You don't want to vote for Trump?
No,
Okay, so you're not sure about Kamala either?
no, not convinced.
And you live in Chicago, is it?
Yes,
Okay, and have you always voted for one party or the other?
I actually voted for the first time in the last election.
Last election?
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for speaking with us. Who are you supporting this election?
Who am I supporting?
We don't even know.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nobody here.
I'm gonna say Miss K. Miss
Okay.
Miss K. Miss Camille. Like,
Thank
don't.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
So that was a very interesting, talk with some of the supporters there. A lot of them not wanting to talk on camera, and I think this is something very unconventional. I think Americans usually are very vocal about their political choices and parties they support, but a lot of people did not want to talk on camera. One lady even told us that off camera, she told us that she would vote for Trump, but she cannot say this on camera. So bottom line is, and for the people that have talked on the streets here in Chicago, it looks like it's even Stevens for now. And this is Chicago. Remember, this is a very deep blue state here in America. So whatever happens in those swing states will, of course, decide. But then there are people who are holding their thoughts back. They haven't made up their minds yet. And I think that's what will decide